Yesterday, Vijay asked this short but very appropriate question. How do we practically apply this thing of the dust of the lotus feet? I'm just now explaining. I was thinking I should give some practical examples. So it's not like figure it out time. It's really clear. We all have general instructions. And the focus this Memorial Weekend is the instruction of Lord Chaitanya. Trinnadapi sunichena tororiva sahishana. That's an instruction. It's a prayer. He's praying, but through his praying he's instructing us. This is how we should. He wants to give us the pure holy name. We have our eyes closed. Where's the pure holy name? We can access the pure holy name through these instructions and the mercy particles of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like this other 2 verses that I quoted, prayers from Raghunath Das Goswami. I commit myself to love. He lists the whole series. My spiritual master, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, Braja, the residents of Braja, all Vaishnavas, the holy name. But all of those things, from another set of prayers, all of those things devoid of my master, it's like this previous verse, it's a dead body. Without the dust of the lotus feet of the great souls, it's like a dead body. My beloved Radha Kund is like the mouth of a giant serpent. It's fearful. The land of Braja is like a desert. I asked one devotee this morning, how do you like Gita Nagari? How are you feeling happy in Gita Nagari? Their reply was, Gita Nagari is nice, but it's nice because the devotees are here. And it's true. And devotees that one has deep love and affection for. How many farms are there all throughout Pennsylvania? How much attraction do we have for farms in Pennsylvania? I mean, it's nice. Farming is nice. But why, what is it that's magic about Gita Nagari? Radha Damodar and the instruction of Prabhupada to make Gita Nagari something. And so devotees came here and started to do it. And the Sangha of devotees, the kirtan, the chanting of the holy name, that's the magic. Manifesting the instructions of the spiritual master brings about the change of heart. It brings us in contact with those mercy particles of the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee. And it's not just getting it done. We know too much about getting things done. I know too much about getting things done. And it's getting things done doesn't bring happiness, doesn't bring a change of heart. It brings fruitive mentality. If one doesn't make that thing manifest in the right consciousness. Here's Prabhupada's instruction. Summary, final paragraph. The whole process can be summarized as follows. The advanced devotee, that's not us, but we're looking at advanced devotees, who chants the holy name of the Lord in a perfectly offenseless manner and is friendly to everyone. We saw this in Lord Chaitanya's instructions at the summary yesterday evening. Is friendly to everyone And not inimical to anyone, and no expectation in that friendliness. Just coming from the soul. This is our nature, to serve others in a happy manner. Can actually relish the transcendental taste, glorifying the Lord, like the question the other day. All these pratipatam purnamritasadhanam. Where is that ocean of nectar for which we're always hankering? I'm parched. I'm not tasting that ocean of nectar. How? That taste is offenseless chanting and by being friendly to everyone. The result of such realizations is reflected in the cessation of material desires, etc. That humility devoid of material desire. But that, in this purport, Prabhupada gives some of the symptoms of bhava, the bhava stage. I'll read some of them, they're nice. Kshanti, he translates it as, starts with a K. Kshanti, cessation of material desires. Avyartha kalatvam, kala, utilization of time, because every moment is an opportunity for serving Krishna. We don't want to waste even a moment in service to Krishna. Namagana, sada, ruchi, eagerness for glorifying the holy name of the Lord constantly. Pratishthad, vasatistale, attraction for residing in sacred places like Vrindavan, or places of the Lord's pastimes. And the temples are like that, Prabhupada described, places of Krishna's pastimes. Virakti, very similar to the other, complete detachment from material happiness. Mana, shunyata, pridelessness, thinking too highly of oneself, thinking pridefully about who I am and whatever it is, what I have, what I've accomplished, what I can do, what I'm going to do. Look out, here I come. Pride. To get on the other side of those unwanted things, this mercy. One can get in touch, if one can get in touch with the pure devotee of the Lord, this can rectify all bad habits. Otherwise, they shall continue to be stone-hearted and unfit for any treatment. A complete progressive march on the return path home back to Godhead will depend on the instructions of the revealed scriptures directed by a realized soul. So now come to the application part. We have general and we have specific instructions, and I was thinking this morning. Some devotees that are here, you're in places where new temples are being built for the deities, for the devotees, for Prabhupada's mission. So what's to apply this, what we just went, this transformation of heart message? What is it that's your part in that? Your part in, what's the purpose of the temple? Prabhupada gives the instruction. Rupa Goswami gives the instruction, and Prabhupada explains it. The 6 kinds of loving exchanges. What's the purpose of the temple? To foster loving exchanges. So, there's one type of service. foster loving exchanges in those places where you have come from and the new temple is there, and see that it becomes filled with loving exchanges. And supposing there's some resistance, supposing somebody has another idea, like, let's just get things done. Don't worry about loving relationships, let's get things done. Or they have another idea or another idea. You can take it that to get the dust of Rupa Goswami, like Raghunath Das Goswami wants, and I'm thinking of specific people in the room as I'm speaking, take this seriously, take it up. Get Rupa Goswami's dust by manifesting loving exchanges in your community. Be one of the agents of Rupa Goswami to get his dust, and take that in your heart and see what happens with your taste for chanting as you sincerely, earnestly, eagerly take that up. Some of you are with children, and so we mentioned this yesterday, but what's the instruction for that service that you have of raising your children in Krishna consciousness? It's take them back to Godhead. Whoa! How can you take them back to Godhead? How can I fulfill that instruction? I need some mercy here. But it's embedded within the instruction, and with the instruction also comes resources. Look around. If you're eager to fulfill that purpose, there's resources to help you fulfill that purpose. Just look around, and you'll find the resources. Krishna will send them if your eyes are closed. Just open your eyes and they're standing in front of you. The devotees of the Lord, who are very sincere in the mission of receiving the gift that Lord Chaitanya wanted to give. Or the devotees that live here in Gita Nagari, and Prabhupada had a vision. Make that vision manifest. What can one person do? Hey, that's a whole thing. That's like a lot of people. I'm just one little person. But take the act of taking the instruction to heart and striving to make it manifest. Otherwise, what are we doing? One on topic is the taste for the holy name won't develop. And without that, what's our life? We're treading water at best. And the current is going swiftly downstream. I've noticed. We'll get carried downstream, just treading water. We have to be going upstream. We have to be taking shelter of the instructions. Making those instructions manifest in this world. In that mood of service. Humbly. Not fighting. Humbly. Serving the instruction. I could go on, to make it example after example, but each of us, we have our general, we have our specific. I was thinking this morning, when Prabhupada came, he had, the more focused, this is one of the rules of teaching, in Borijan's Art of Teaching class. For 1 month I heard this message, that when you're a teacher, it's best you have an explicit educational objective. Anyone take his Art of Teaching course? He drilled it. Every 30 days we got explicit educational objective. Explicit and very focused, practical. So Prabhupada's practical instruction was take the teachings of Lord Chaitanya and bring them. And another was, never get money print books. Now Prabhupada did many things besides get money print books. But the many things were also to facilitate that one thing. very focused. So, loving relationship with the devotees, establishing communities where there's loving relationships amongst the devotees, that's a nice focus. And those loving relationships include book distribution and building temples and making the farm communities real, not just something on paper somewhere that we forgot what that plan was. Make it manifest. Raise your families and build. Do all of that so that there's the heart of it is loving relationships. Because it's through that service and loving relationships that we're going to invite the pure holy name into our hearts and experience this transformation, the change of the steel-framed heart. It's a big challenge. It's a lot easier to get things done than to build loving relationships. But what's the use of the things that get done without the loving relationships? It's all going to fall apart in course of time. Building the loving relationships. So that it's not just so that then I'm happy. My happiness is really what's it? No. The instructions of the spiritual master. It's what's the desire of Lord Chaitanya. And through Lord Chaitanya Rupa Goswami, we know Lord Chaitanya's desire. And then we can receive the pure holy name and love of God, which He wants to give us through the medium of our service, which means fulfilling the instructions. There we'll get the dust. This question yesterday. Practical application. Dust. Mercy. I've been putting some energy into trying to help Gita Nagari, and I'll just share this with you. It's like, inside here. Here's what's inside. Prabhupada's instruction and Bhakti Tirtha Swami's smile. I want to see Bhakti Tirtha Swami's smile. Here's some water.
We'll pause here for today. It's 6:50. Let me stop sharing my screen. Any comment, realization? Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam Sarvare Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Very beautiful lecture, very beautiful explanation. The focus on loving relationships was very nice, rather than getting things done, because if we focus just on getting things done, everything will fall apart. Whereas focusing on loving relationships will actually help us carry the instruction of the Supreme, and it will also help melt our steel-framed hearts. So that part is very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for sharing. Yugal Kishore Prabhu, anything you want to share?
Hare Krishna Mataji, many points, especially last point, which is just fresh at the end. Maharaj doing these seminars at Gita Nagari, and personally, by the mercy of Maharaj, could get chance to attend at least 3 or 4 there, and I was able to hear Peacock and remember those nostalgic feeling getting there. So you see that why and it is very remote place, and Maharaj was mentioning that it was for the Srila Prabhupada's instruction and the smile of Bhakti Tirtha, His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. And that statement is actually talks a lot about the mission of His Holiness Rampasa Maharaj. Following the instruction of Srila Prabhupada, his whole life is actually about that. And second is that having the loving and cooperation among the God brothers. So Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj is a very dynamic preacher in Srila Prabhupada's mission. And Maharaj having that desire that how can he bring that smile on other devotees' face. So that shows the characteristics of the devotees. So amazing and so inspiring to hear from Maharaj. And Maharaj does many times, and he has been doing that now, this memorial for many years, continuously without any stoppage. There are lot many challenges there to arrange the program and all so many things, but with only one desire. So if there is a desire, there is a will, there is a way. So that shows that the persistence and dedication to instruction of Srila Prabhupada and bring the smile on other devotees' face. Very inspiring. The other thing that Maharaj's compassion was actually very vivid and tangible, that he said that what is the use of life if we cannot bring the, I mean, if we cannot come to the stage of having the taste for the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That was, I feel that it's as a father, as a compassionate father is telling that why you are struggling in this material world, get out of that. And you have one solution that I'm telling this, please follow that. So much of love, compassion was in that statement, Mataji. I was feeling that. And that is where when we hear classes from His Holiness Rampasa Maharaj, Acharyas, we actually get overwhelmed by their compassion and love. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you for sharing such beautiful points. It is really, I mean, even I felt, and the way Maharaj was speaking, his voice, he was like the way we beg to our kids, do this and you will be happy. So that is how he was actually begging to do few things which we know but we don't do. Thank you for sharing. Hare Krishna.
One more desire he always has about developing a loving relation among devotees. That's beautiful point that he explained. That is where Maharaj always strive for that. I mean, develop a community which based on the love and service, respect and service.
Yes, definitely. Those are the pillars. Without that, I mean, it is not possible to move forward and help anyone else to um, go forward in the bhakti. So, without even I realize, um, if we see, like before also we were hearing that people in general, if even if we go back to our 1 or 2 generations, people in general were following the principles of bhakti, or not, if not very clearly, following the principles of hygiene, not going to kitchen and without taking bath and all those things. It all was there, I think 1 or 2 generations before, in every house, whether they were the devotee or not. But since there was no community, since there was no one to tell them what is right and wrong, so it became, what I feel, that it became from inside, it became empty. It was only the skeleton, and the moment they saw something promising in the material life, then they just left it. So there was no solid thing, there was no pillar to support it. So that is when I am feeling that Maharaj and everyone are trying to bring it back. um Anyone else wants to share? Vivek Prabhu, would you like to share something?
Hare Krishna ji. Nothing much, Mataji. Already nicely shared by Yugal Kishore Prabhu. So that was inspiring. Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kumarika Mataji, would you like to share something?
Mataji, as Yugal Kishore Prabhu pointed out, there are so many things in this particular lecture, that if I really take these instructions to heart and follow that, I can easily progress. So Maharaj was giving us the key to success, actually. So what we should do, first respect the Vaishnavas, have loving relationship with each other. It is not that it is between I and Krishna. So have loving relationship with each other at the basic fundamental thing. For that we have to give up a lot of our ego and forgive and forget, because all of us are not perfect. We are all imperfect, struggling creatures. So we make mistakes. We offend each other, sometimes hurt each other by our attitude. So it's profoundly, he said that, yes, do this. First of all, live in harmony and have loving relationship. And then take up the instructions of your guru to your heart and try to manifest or execute the instructions. And then only you can have the change of your heart. Otherwise, no point in telling that I don't have taste in chanting the holy name. I've been chanting for 18 years, 20 years. We may chant for millions of years. So develop the qualities and get the mercy, and how to get the mercy. So very beautifully. So in this one lecture, if I follow sincerely the instructions which he has given so very compassionately, then I can really go back to Godhead. That much hope and that much enthusiasm. It is very inspiring, Mataji. And also it showed, as Prabhu pointed out very rightly, it shows his own dedication and his own level. Many a time he says we are all struggling devotees and we are all not chanting properly and all that. But see, he has taken his guru's instructions to his heart and he is doing it, and he wants to respect his god brother and make him happy. So he is doing everything that he has taught us. So it is not that he is just doing prachar without following what he is telling. So he has followed everything. So he is at a very high level, but he always brings him down to our level and say, "Oh, we all are trying to chant, and we all are um,
Yeah.
evolved." So you have to see through the uh, different aspects of the lecture to understand where he is and how compassionately he is comparing himself to us fallen souls. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Maharaj always says like that, we are not that level, we are less than perfect. And Maharaj's dedication is actually from the different world. His determination, persistency, following Srila Prabhupada's instruction is not from this world for sure. Thank you, Mataji, for bringing that one.
Thank you, Mataji. And yeah, it is sure that when we know something, when we experience something, then only with the confidence we can say that do this and you can achieve it. And Maharaj was saying with the same confidence that do this and you will get the taste. So this can be spoken by someone who already knows it or has experienced it. So yes, thank you for pointing it out. Shamkan Prabhu, would you like to add?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It was very nice for me to hear Kumarika Mataji, Yugalakishore Prabhu. I have questions, actually. I mean, not one, but possibly 3 questions that I have. And I'm not sure if devotees would be comfortable to answer it. Maybe they can answer it, they can speak about it here if they're comfortable. Maybe they need time to think through it. They can put it in the group. Or they can be quiet and they can just note it for themselves, whatever way they seem it appropriate. The key thing here, one of the key things today's lecture was that manifesting the instructions of the spiritual master brings about a change in the heart. And I'm curious to hear many of you, please do not think about it that you have to be an initiated devotee or something like that. That's a step here, but you all might have found somebody through whom you are getting spiritual value. So it could be anybody here in this world, somebody, but who should be from a bona fide person that separates succession. That's it. So from whomever you are finding that inspiration, first and foremost, if you have found such a person, maybe yes, maybe not. Maybe for some of you it is Srila Prabhupada. You have found that. Maybe for some of you it is Rupa Goswami, or maybe for some of you it's just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, or it could be one of the current disciples of Srila Prabhupada, somebody like that. From any of them, 3 things or 2.5, like the first 2 things. Are there specific instructions that you think you have received? And specific doesn't mean that somebody has to come and tell you do this. We often think specific means that. Uh, so specific can even mean that when even say one is just hearing a lecture, one feels so profoundly influenced by that one statement that one wants to work on it, or one just is reading something from scripture and one wants to work on it. That is a specific. Then are there any general instructions that you like it very much? So what are the specific instructions you like? What are the generic instructions you like that you want to work towards? Or you're already working on it, and when you're working on it, what are the key lessons you have learned in trying to follow that? So these are the 2 things here. And finally, a last thing is, in your own life, where what do you think is required for you to experience loving relationships with devotees? Everybody, because this word loving relationships with devotees is a very big word. Everybody has their own understanding. So I'm keen to know, what is your sense of loving relationships with devotees? So 3 things: specific instructions, generic instructions that motivate you or you like to do, and uh, what have you learned in trying to apply it? So that's 1, 2, 3. Then maybe the 4th one is um, how, the loving relationships in your own life. What do you need as part of it? Do you feel a need for it? If at all you feel a need for it, what is it that is missing? Maybe if somebody can tell now, fine. If somebody wants to write later, fine. Any which ways.
Prabhu, please post these questions in group also so that others can reply
Oh,
after.
definitely. We'll do.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dana Pranam Prabhuji, please.
Sadhana Pranaji. Actually, I would like to tell a few things. Maharaj told about loving relationship and building a community. Actually, our dear Shamkund Prabhu is trying to build the community with loving relationships. We already started, I think, 3-4 years back, following the instructions and manifesting those instructions in our community, so that we are all hearing from long time. I mean, not I am hearing, but you're all hearing from long time. And also, recently we started chanting the holy name in the morning in a group. These are the instructions that we are getting from Maharaj in the class also. That same thing, Shamkund Prabhu is trying to, Shamkund Prabhu and Vinodini Mataji, extending their loving relationship with others, sacrificing their, so many things they are sacrificing. And we have to make use of this best thing to move forward. That is what I think, Mataji. We are already in that path. We have to sincerely take it to our heart and try to implement those instructions in our lives. Then heart transformation will, automatically happen. That's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your sharing. Dhi Lalit Prabhu and Subudhi Rai Prabhu. I didn't see who was the first one. Please, Subudhi Rai Prabhu, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, regarding the questions, I thought I'll share a little bit. Like generic instructions from Prabhupada books and many lectures. I'm always I have been always trying to work on disciplining my life, but I'm still work in progress case. I don't know, sometimes I progress well and then it's like a sine wave, so I'm still struggling. I'm trying to find out the root cause, but maybe mind is unable to accept the root cause which I have already found. And I'm just struggling. And specific instructions, I can't say like Guru Maharaj or someone has said, but maybe based on my interaction, means regarding some of the queries which I had. So I was told that yes, desire is good, but be patient and then work on it. So I'm trying to follow that. And regarding loving relationships, as Shamkund Prabhu has exactly pointed out, it's a very broad subject. So there are many things in it, like patience, forgiveness, all these things to develop to get into a relationship and maintain. So one thing out of many aspects in building that loving relationships, which I'm working on, is trying to understand that forgiveness principle and then not judging too early anyone. So means always this runs in back of my mind, like how I can be tolerant and then forgive and accept, not judge immediately. Because when dealing with different kinds of devotees, like we get a sense of bonding with them, and then when we initially accept them that yes, we are able to comfortably speak and share things with them, we should not doubt our own mind that what decision I have made, that yes, he is a good person, or that I can share. We should not doubt our own mind after a few months or years that, oh, I think this is wrong with him or that is wrong with him. Because once we have got that bond and we are in that relationship, we should just try to forgive, and we should not judge too early, because it is very rare to find someone with whom you can and gel well, means you can create that bond. So I think that forgiveness is very important. Yeah. Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Prabhu. Thanks a lot. Dilali Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. I will go in the reverse order, Mataji, because the first question is actually I have some thing to discuss. And I wanted to discuss, I think Krishna inspired Shamkun Prabhu to ask these queries. So the last point was that the loving relationship with the devotees. So as such, I don't feel anything that I'm lacking when it comes to loving dealings or relationship with the devotees. I'm like, it's like I'm getting more than it is. What is lacking from my end is that there is still the sense of enjoyment is there uh, with the enjoying this devotee sangha, and serving propensity is not there. Serving the devotees, it's not there. Most it's just like having a nice time with the devotees just to enjoy. And if I have some queries, I will approach. So that's the one area which I have to actually be careful or observe that I have to see when I can come to that part, that serving the devotees part. Second question was that any generic thing which I would like to follow. So one thing which I would like to follow, like Maharaj today also pointed out, that every moment can be used in the service of Krishna. And that's where like my struggle is, that okay, once my sadhana is done, I have free time. So when there's a free time is there, then again I'll use sometimes properly, and sometimes I'll misuse that free time. So that using every moment in the service of Krishna is something not happening, or uh, you can think, okay, I'm thinking too much. But at least whatever free time is there, at least 20% of free time I waste it, or let's say some percentage of time I should waste, it is fine. But I'm using almost entire free time or more than that is sometimes is something which is I need to take care. And coming to the very specific instruction, that's where my struggles are. So Maharaj told me at the very first instruction during the mail communication, that's to sleep earlier, get up early. So then I analyzed a lot of things, and from that time on, I'm kept working on it. So there are few factors which I found okay that could be which I had to take care. One second, there is background sound.
Thank you,
So
Prabhu. Okay, please carry on, Prabhu.
which is a sound happening. So the first point is the first specific instruction. So then I understood, okay, there are a couple of things which I have to take care if I want to sleep early. So first is that my rounds should not be pending in the evening or late night. So then I tried, okay, early morning, I'll complete all my rounds, and I can delay my office work to some extent. My team is there. That thing is fine. And then other thing is that if I eat little late in the night, then it's also a problem. So then, or more than if I eat, because sometimes if I'm hungry, I'll eat more. So because now I'm aging, so things will not get digested so easily. So finally, I thought, okay, let me take care of just one thing, that my eating should be regulated. not just in the evening, throughout the day. Now, the problem is that there are so many other factors which I need to improve, like as I told, the time wasting factor, or there are a lot of other things which I need to take care. So what will happen that the prime thing that eating, the regulated eating, there my mind sometimes I will not remember, and it will go away from the mind, and I'll focus on the secondary things. So then again, I get the same problem. Then again, I sleep late and get up late. So my problem, what is happening that just to conclude it, that I know that there is one thing I need to improve, but then there are so many other things also which I need to take care. And if my mind goes to the so many other things, then the one thing which I need to improve also, it goes away from the mind. So when there are multiple things to improve, how to deal that situation? And because sometimes mind focus and go one part, sometimes mind will focus on second part, then third part, then fourth part. And it gives frustration that, okay, what is happening? So that's my concern, that multiple things that are bothering, and I have to take just one thing at a time, because Maharaj told many times that just deal with one thing at a time. But the problem is that there are multiple things which is bothering me. So that's where my concern is, if devotees can help. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for adding one more question. Anyone would like to answer, or
It's 7:20, Mataji. Maybe we'll put it in the group and something like that we can manage. Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Sure, sure, Prabhu. So we'll close our session today here. We'll meet again on the Monday. Thank you, everyone, for joining and sharing. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.